As you saw by the name of the video, I did a 96-hour fast. I keep wanting to say 96-day. I think that would be a bridge too far. I wanted to talk about some of the things I went through, some of the total bullshit that I see people talking about with fasting, and a couple other things. And everybody's going to want to know, did you lose weight? So I will cover that at the end of the video. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. It's free. Subscribe. Leave a comment. Like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. Either way, do something. All right, let's get into this. So a short story as to why this happened. It was just a chain of unfortunate/fortunate events that led to it. I ran out of food and I was going to I had an event up at the park that I had to go to, and I didn't have the time to also go get groceries. So I went to order groceries and they couldn't deliver to the next day. And I'm like, shit. So I stopped and got groceries on the way back. Next day, same thing happened. And I'm like, all right. I keep hearing stuff about fasting, like from the most random spots. I'm like, and then I had somebody tell me about fasting, about this 96-hour fast where your I think it's macrophages or whatever, start getting replaced and your immune system starts getting replaced. And everything that I ate was turning into something that you don't want it to turn into. Now, I was going number 2 every day, but it always felt like there was more to go. I'm like, I just want to do this. So the first 2 days I did water with salt in it, sodium. And I'm not talking like sodium chloride. I'm talking like Baja Gold. I have Celtic salt and I have Redmond salt. So those 3, the first 2 days. But all I could taste, and it was starting to make me nauseous almost, with salt. So the second 2 days, no salt at all whatsoever. Now, I would have to say, if I was going to ever do a fast again, I would not include the salt. Another thing that I saw a lot of people talking about that I really didn't experience is this idea that you are no longer hungry after the first 48 hours. It goes down a little, but it didn't go away at all. It just kind of was there. The other part of that was it made it harder to fall asleep. But when I did fall asleep, I was out. I mean, out. I don't remember. It was so out that I don't even remember my dreams. And I usually remember my dreams. I mean, I'm talking like just out. Didn't even wake up to pee, nothing. I was out. So there's that. The other thing that I went through that I think a lot of people talk about is that keto euphoria that I experienced when I was on keto. Is you kind of have this weird energy, but this weird energy is at the detriment of your cognitive skills. So I had enough mobile, muscular, skeletal, smooth muscle. Everything was working correctly. And I had enough energy to get everything done. But the cognitiveness was not there. And it gets me. It's now I start seeing why some of these keto carnivore people that you see out in the streets, the cognitive is gone. The cognitive would have to be gone for the elections to have gone the way they did in New York. Got to be gone, or cheating. So I can see where people are going. I can see why some of these really big carnivore people who kind of live in that world a little bit are also quitting, because it's just the cognitive, like I said, is just gone. Now, I did a couple of videos. One of them posted, I've posted all of them by now. I didn't have any of the heart palpitations that some people talk about. I really didn't have any of the negative side effects that people talk about at all. The hunger was there. It did kind of take over a little bit. I did not have any of these negative side effects. I did, however, smell so bad that I was trying to keep my distance from other humans. I mean, seriously, the stuff that was coming out of me was horrendous. It was just horrendous. So maybe that'll happen to you if you do it. Maybe it won't. I have no idea. Keep in mind that if you have a regular job and you're wearing whatever, like a suit or whatever, if you're working like a physical labor job, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. But if you're somebody who is going into the office every day, might be a little rough. But again, maybe I'm more toxic. A lot of people say so, than others. I have no idea, but that was something. And it's still, I mean, last night, even after I broke the fast, was a pinnacle of just, I don't know what this stuff was in me. I'm glad it's not in me anymore, but where it came from, I have no idea. I mean, the smells, again, I know probably not something you want to hear about, but it really was rough. It was bad to the point where I'm certainly going to use borax or borax or whatever to clean my clothes, because that really kills everything. And then I'm going to do the sniff test on them, and they may get thrown out. It was bad. There was also, I will say this, when you're doing a fast, never trust a fart, because it may have more behind it than you realize. That happened to me twice. Speaking of clothes, had to throw clothes out last night because of that. So keep that in mind. Again, these are things that everybody may not go through. Most people are not going to talk about this stuff because they're scared of getting ridiculed or something like that. So that is another thing that I went through. The blowouts, there was 2 of them, were intense. Were intense. So that's it. I mean, I did not ever really truly notice the hunger go away. Like they said, my thirst went away. I pretty much dry fasted the last 2 days. I had about 8 ounces of water in the morning out of the Berkey on the 3rd day. And then I had another maybe 4 ounces yesterday. Yeah, all in all, I didn't have a lot of water. You will definitely notice your water, the water that you want decreasing. And I think that's because you're breaking down fat, and that metabolic process offers a lot of water. I think that's it. I can't really think of anything else. The people talk about the sleeping issues. It was there, but once I fell asleep, out like a light. It wasn't miserable like everybody says it is. You have a lot more time in your day, but for me, the cognitive wasn't 100% there, so I didn't know what to do with it. Yeah. Now, again, if you have a regular job and you're doing this like a 96-hour, you got your normal day. And so just know that you might smell terrible, like a corpse. But other than that, I could have gotten through a normal day, because most people just closer to the day anyways, because they're, on some form of keto carnivore and their cognitive isn't there anyways. It's not a bridge too far from where people normally are anymore. I basically became a normal, like United States citizen, basically, while fasting. The cognitive wasn't there, but the shell was operable. That's what happened. I did really feel, though, a lot of just stuff came out. And so I'm glad I did it. I was inspired actually by the Bible. There's a passage in the Bible with a lot that a lot of new Bibles and a lot of some of the older Bibles take out. And that quote says, this demon can only come out with fasting and prayer. So I applied that to myself, and that's why I did it. Then I did the refeed last night. Before I did the refeed, I did want to see if I lost any poundages, and I had lost 13. Then I woke up this morning and I had lost another 3 pounds. So all in all, I've lost 16 pounds over this journey. I started it Saturday night at 8 o'clock, and I ended it last night at like 9 o'clock. And that was it. So it was like a 97 actually hour fast, 97 hour fast really, but 96 sounds better probably. That's it. That's really it. But I was shocked when I did the refeed. I did it with bread. I know I told a couple other people I was going to do sugar fast. It's close to sugar fast as I'm going to get right now because I'm waiting for my vacuum blender lid to come back for the 5th time. Because I was going to make some orange juice with that and do like a sugar fast. I'll talk about that in another video. I was shocked at how unimpressed with eating I was. So I had made a cinnamon swirl, fresh milled raisin bread that most people would go crazy for. My body's like, Now this same bread I was making before the fast, and my body was going crazy for this damn thing. And after the fast, it's like, okay. And then my mouth, the top of my mouth, I don't know if anybody's had braces or had an expander. That expander is not a pleasant feeling. And the roof of my mouth felt, as I was chewing, it felt like I had the expander in again. So I don't know if something happened with the roof of my mouth, if a repair was done. I have no idea. That's it. That's really it. I don't want to make a super long video about this because it doesn't need to be. But would I do it again? Probably not. I probably will not do it again, but I will do sugar fasting because when I talked to Cole Robinson on the phone, he told me that like of all the fasts he's done, sugar fasting by far was like 7, 8, 10 times better than doing a water fast. So if I do another fast, which I think I'm going to somewhat soon, I will do a sugar fast, and it's going to be with something that has vitamin C in it because that really will propel it. And so I'm thinking because it's orange season, I'm going to do something with that. And I will keep you guys informed. But again, so in the last 4 days, I lost 16 pounds. Will all of it stay off? I have no idea. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at. I definitely notice a difference. And it seems like things go through the system better now too. So I would recommend it. But if you're somebody that's on pills, or if you're somebody that's ill health, if you're somebody who's got like a big thing of any kind for your job or something like that coming up, I wouldn't do it. I would wait till after that. I would only do this around having the ability, even if you got to go to work, just normal days. Like I wouldn't, like I didn't walk any more than 4 miles on any of the days. I think I walked between 2 and 4 miles on every day. And that was it. A lot of the times I walk more than that. So that's it. Anyway, any questions? Leave them down below. Comments, leave them down below. Like, subscribe, and talk to you in the next one. Peace.